Okay, guys, you might hear some sounds in the background here, but we're just going to kind of power through it. All right. So first of all, there are two errors on the homework that we got to sort out with you guys, and they're actually on these two problems that we're doing. This first one, this M should have a 2, or sorry, I guess the second one on problem 4, there should be a 2 here. So there should be a 3, 2, 1, like that, right? So put a 2 there. And then on this one, this should not say 20. This should say 2y. Okay, 2y. All right, so with that, let's solve number 2. So number 2 is already in factored form, and basically all we have to do is just set each of these things equal to 0 and see what we get. So this would be case 1, this would be case 2, this would be case 3, and then this would be case 4. All right, so case 1, okay, is y, this part, is equal to 0, right? Finished. Case 2, all right, is 2y plus 3 equals 0. Because the whole point is to get y equaling to 0, or equaling to something, right? And it is equal to something. It's by itself. It doesn't have a coefficient. So you're good. So with this one, first thing we're going to do is we're going to move that 3 over to the other side. And then we're going to have 2y is equal to negative 3. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to divide by 2. And we're going to get y is equal to negative 3 halves. And that's good, right? Okay. Number 3. Same process, but a little easier. So we got y minus 9 is equal to 0. This one, you just realize you got to move the 9 over the other side. And we do that by adding it to both sides. So you get y is equal to 9. So that one's nice, quick. And then this one, the one that has the typo, right? We have 2y minus 7 is equal to 0. So start by adding 7 to both sides. And then you get 2y is equal to 7, and then divide by 2. And you get y is equal to 7 halves, which is 3.5. All right? Welcome to the start of our day at West Allis Central with the principal yelling at kids to get in class. All right, next. This one. So what we're going to do with this one first is we're going to hopefully recognize that we have a common factor of m that we can pull out. So let's pull the m out. So we get negative 12m squared plus 5m plus 3 equals 0. Okay, so that's what we get with that. And I think what I want to do is I'm gonna try this another way, and instead what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to factor out negative m. All right, and the reason I'm going to do that is because if I have to factor this, I don't like having a leading coefficient of a negative number. That makes it kind of hard to factor by grouping. So that makes this positive then, and then we'll go negative 5m and then minus 3. And it's going to make our AC the same, basically, and then it's also going to make it so it's a little easier to do the grouping. So we're going to go 12 times negative 3. All right, that's our AC. 12 times negative 3, and that gives you negative 36. And then two factors of negative 36 that add up to negative 5 are going to be negative 9 and positive 4. So let's rewrite this. So we got 12m squared, and you rewrite this term using these. So minus 9m plus 4m minus 3 is equal to 0. And so now what we are going to do is we are going to draw our little line here, and we are going to factor out a 3 because that can come out of the 12 and the 9 and an m. And so then we get 4m minus 3. Right now, this, I want 4m minus 3 over here, and that's kind of what I have right here. So we're just going to put plus 1, right? Because 1 times 4m gives me this term, 1 times negative 3 gives me this term. So finish your factorization. You get 4m minus 3 comes out of both. And then you have 3m plus 1 as your leftovers, right? This and this. All right, and then just finish solving. So you get 4m minus 3 is equal to 0, and 3m plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay? So that is going to give you, let's extend this a little bit. All right. Wow, it's loud here. So let's add 3. When we add 3, we get 4m is equal to 3. Divide by 4, and you get 4/3. M is equal to, or 3/4. 4/3. Boy, oh boy, coffee hasn't kicked in yet. All right, subtract 1. You get 3m is equal to negative 1. Divide by 3. and you get m is equal to negative 1/3. And then the last solution that we didn't talk about yet, that we'll talk about right now, is this first problem right here, right, where we got the negative m, right? So we gotta talk about that. We can't forget about that. So we have negative m is equal to 0. Well, the thing is, if it were equal to a number, we would have to do something to it. It's not, but I'm going to show you what you would do anyway. So whenever anything is the opposite of m, or the opposite of a variable is equal to something, the easy ninja way is just multiply everything by negative 1. All right, now obviously with 0, it's kind of irrelevant because anything times 0 is 0, but it at least gets your m positive. And so you get m is equal to 0. And so your three solutions, all right, are we have this our negative 1, so we got negative 1/3, we get 0, and we have 3/4. And those are our three, and in this case, real solutions that make this equation come true. Okay, so I hope this is helpful, and good luck with these.